What's good, everybody? Thank you for joining me here. Now, I have 50 journal prompts for rapid growth, and I found these on Andrew Kirby's Notion. Thank you so much for sharing these, bro. I thought I would just want to share these as well. And I've highlighted the questions that are the most empowering questions for me, but I would recommend that if you are struggling with some areas or you want a little bit of clarity, that you go through these prompts one by one, answer them honestly, answer them fully, and just give it some thought and write out. Force yourself to spend time on each question and each answer, because I believe that questions are the answer, and we can change the quality of our outcomes if we change the quality of our questions. So think about it this way, right? Lots of people have seen AI and how AI is working through Chat GPT, for example, or these artworks that are being generated and created through prompts. The better prompts that you give the AI, the better outcomes you get. And over time, it refines, it learns, and it learns how to create better results from the prompts that it receives. Now, if you can learn how to give yourself essentially prompts, then you are going to learn how to hack your results. That's just my perspective. So let's get into this 50 journal prompts. I'm not going to read them all out to you. You can read them all out. I'm just going to read out the most empowering ones for me, which are these highlighted ones here. So, what advice would you give to someone in your situation? I found this one to help for not only myself and friends when they ask for advice, just flip it around on them and say, oh, what would you tell me if it was me in this situation? Moving on to the next one. How can you achieve your 5-year plan in 5 months? I believe that this is an empowering question because it helps you think with efficiency and focus on what's most important. All right. What's your biggest problem? How can you solve it? So I did this back in COVID. I wrote out a full list of all my problems because it was feeling overwhelming. I was just focusing on all my problems. And then I found that my problems was like, my list was probably less than 10 long. But if you do this, when you write out your problems, do not allow yourself to move on to the next question until you write a solution next to it. Each problem should be written, in my opinion, with a solution if you want to get the most out of this. All right. What do you believe that no one else does? I think this is an interesting one, and it gets you to question your own beliefs and see which ones are different, contrarian. Anyway, moving on. What makes you most excited? This one's important. I ask it every week. I should probably ask it every day, just because it's something that can give you energy and put you in a better mood, make you excited. You know what I'm saying? Now, what one thing could you stop doing that would completely change your life? This one, I feel like is, in a way, I want to say paramount to progress. Quote that shit. Because I realized recently, right? Oftentimes what we try to do when we want to move on to this next level, this next stage of life, is grab onto new things, new courses, new books, new information, new podcasts. We just want to keep grabbing all these things. And then we have so much here when really all we needed to do to climb up that ladder was let go of the things that were holding us back. Now, ask yourself this, answer it honestly. And with all of these, make sure that you're answering them honestly, so you can have a real picture to move forward from. Okay, anyway. What one thing could you start doing that would completely change your life? Similar to the previous one. But if you can identify these two major things and stop doing that one thing, start doing the other thing, it might be the complete opposite of each other. Stop watching porn and start making porn. No, I'm joking. But find those two things for you and go for it. Now, what characteristics do you wish you had? This one is a great question. How can you get those characteristics? Another great question. How could you get paid to do what you love? Think about it. Where is fear holding me back? I really like this one. I feel like this one is very important to do. And I have an exercise that I just learnt. It's a fear neutralizing exercise where you basically, I'm not going to explain it in this video, but it's a way that can help you eliminate these fears and completely neutralize the charge that it has, as woo-woo hippie as that sounds. But like, these fears have a feeling attached to it. We can neutralize that feeling by going through it in a logical way, and I'll share it in another video. Anyway, moving on. So those ones were the ones I found most empowering. I've got some questions that I want to add on to this myself that I believe were empowering. And if you ask yourself these ones, let me know if any of it helps. But let's go. What do I currently believe? I'm going to change that real time. Like, you don't have to be perfect, guys, and nobody is. What do I currently believe to be true about myself and the world? I feel like this is important so you can actually see where you're at, what your beliefs are, and you can match it up with to see if these beliefs that you hold are serving you. If they're not serving you, then you have to let go of some of them, change them for other beliefs. If they are serving you, then hold on to them and keep them moving forward. And there's going to be different areas of life and different beliefs, let's say belief sets, that are going to be working and some aren't going to be working. But I've just kept it simple on this one because I believe these are the two overarching beliefs about the world and beliefs about yourself. If you can write out all these ones here, then you can see which ones are serving you and which ones aren't serving you, which ones you need to hold on to, which ones you need to let go of. And what I mean by serving you, just to be clear, is that which moves you towards your goals or your ideal outcomes. Simple. What do I have to believe to be true about myself and the world in order to reach my goals? Which beliefs have held me back in the past? Which beliefs are holding me back now? Let me change that to right now. This is just to help you pinpoint which ones you think you need to drop off. Now, who can help me become the person I want to be? Want is a bit soft. Let's change this to desire. Right, I'm going to leave you with that because that's already a shitload of questions. So work through some of those. You don't have to do it in order. You don't have to do every single one. Do the ones that stand out to you first and move through them. But this will help you gain some clarity and hopefully empower you and build momentum so you can keep moving towards your goals and smash it. Thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Underneath, I've just thrown in some questions. So questions are the answer. I've thrown in some quotes. Questions are the answer. If you want to get more empowering answers, ask more empowering questions. I don't know who they're from, but probably books that I read. And I'm sorry, I couldn't find it off the top of my head. And I wanted to put it in there. Imagine your mind is like ChatGPT. What prompts are you giving it? Better prompts equal better results. I never heard anyone say that. So I'm taking it as mine right now. I'm going to put that on Twitter. Anyway, the important thing is never to stop questioning Albert Einstein. Whatever Albert Einstein says, never stop questioning it. That's a joke, all right? Anyway, the quote's not a joke, and what I said was a joke, just to be clear. Threw in a couple more quotes here. I'm not going to read them all out. If you want to see some more quotes, there's a Forbes quote thing. You can click the link. I've got nothing to sell you. If you want to go onto Twitter. There's my Twitter. There's my Instagram. Links are there. Link up big time. Peace. Bye bye. Ciao. See you later. Adios. Hasta luego.